Welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie. I'm Georgia Clemson, and we have some fabulous guests for you today, and we have some history with those guests. Welcome back after 22 years, Rodney DeBon and Becky. It's wonderful to have you.
Good. Thank you for having us.
Yes. Now, Rodney, tell us, I know you were here 22 years ago, you told me, with my mom. So this is a historical moment to be back on It's Happening in Grand Prairie. And she had you on for a very special reason. What was going on in your life at that time?
Well, 26 years ago this October, I had a heart transplant at the age of 36 due to a virus. It's called viral cardiomyopathy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, your mom knew me since I was 3-4 years old, and your mom and dad were very close to me, and so she invited us on the show.
Yes, and you told your story then.
Yes.
And here you are back 22 or 23, whatever, years later. And tell us what has transpired and what you're here for telling us about today.
Well, about 24 years ago, excuse me, we formed the David Nicholas Organ Donor Awareness Foundation. Becky is David's sister.
Yes.
And David is my heart donor.
Yes.
When David tragically lost his life at the age of 22, he just got out of the Air Force Academy and he was in a motorcycle accident. I'd met David and Becky's grandfather one time about 6 weeks earlier. And when the hospital asked the family about donating David's organs, they, after a lot of thought process, David's grandfather, Lucky, remembered me, and they made a request to give David's heart directly to me. And that's how that transpired.
Yes.
And so we formed the foundation, and the David Nicholas Organ Donor Awareness Foundation is kind of like what the name says. We do a lot of awareness so that there's not a shortage of donors and people waiting for transplants. In that same process, we provide scholarship grants for Grand Prairie High School students. We've been doing that for many, many years.
Yes.
And for them to research organ donor awareness and see how important that issue is. And then we also provide housing for families that need to travel to the Dallas-Fort Worth area to get a transplant. Because when you have to do that, you can just imagine you live in Kansas or Oklahoma or Nevada, wherever, and the hospitals, there may not be a transplant hospital in that state, and even if there is, that person may not be able to get listed at that hospital. And if they get listed in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, then they have the extra burden of, you know, how do they move down here and live for 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years waiting for an organ transplant. And so we give them a free place to live to alleviate that burden.
Mm.
And
yes, what a blessing that is. Not only was their family such a blessing to you and gave you life, and you have shared that with others through the foundation. And that is a gift that keeps on giving, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yeah. Indeed it is. And not only that, I know sometimes as a pilot you give them transportation.
That's true,
as well.
I do. Dan's even flown with me sometimes. And we'll fly families when they need to go somewhere for medical purposes or get down to here, because when you're terminally ill, it's hard to get on an airline.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, indeed. And your relationship with the Nicholas family has just been wonderful, been great. And I know Becky is like a sister to you now, isn't she?
That's correct.
Well,
yeah.
Tell us about Becky and what she does, and let her tell us what she's doing now.
Well, besides irritate me on a daily basis, Becky's become, I mean, our families we're one big giant family. And that's so unique in this situation. The Nicholas family has adopted our family, and there's Nicholas kids now that never knew David, and they've been born after David passed away. And I'm their Uncle Rodney, and we make sure that we make sure every generation understands what our relationship's about. Because one of the things that Becky's mom, one of the very first things she said to me when we met was, she said that she was afraid people would forget who David was. And so that's been one of our big main focuses, is that, this is who David was, and because of who he was, I'm alive today.
Yes.
And so everything that we do is in honor of his gift and what he did for me and my family.
Yes, keeping his memory alive in such a beautiful way. And Becky, tell us what you do with the organization.
With the foundation, I get to do kind of all the day-to-day operations. I also help organize our one fundraiser that we do, which is a golf tournament coming up September 27th.
Mm-hmm.
And that golf tournament, the proceeds go to the foundation to help fund one of the apartments. They also go to a couple of other charities every year. So we get to do that. I get to meet with all of our transplant families and get them moved in, make sure that they have everything they need. And I get to work with this guy every day.
There you go.
It's quite a blessing knowing that David's still giving through Rodney, through myself, through everyone that works with the foundation.
Yes, and it certainly is. And tell us, if we wanted to participate in the golf tournament, how would we do that?
Oh, absolutely. You can go to our website, nicholasfoundation.org, or you can give me an email directly at nicholasfoundation@gmail.com.
And you can either golf, or you could sponsor, or is there anything else?
You can put in a team, you can come out and volunteer, which we always love our volunteers. We have other sponsorship levels, such as putting items in our swag bags. You can provide lunch or breakfast. There are different ways. Just give us a holler and we'll tell you what we need.
Well, that's wonderful. That's coming up. And Rodney, I have to just mention how generous you are to our community, and not only to this organization, which is such a dear thing for all of us that are involved and know you and appreciate the gift. But you do so many other things for other organizations in town and for our city, and you're developing things. And your new apartments, you've already offered one of those, I think, for one of our auctions or something like that.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yes. And what is the name of that?
It's a Prairie Gate community. It's located at I-20 and Fish Creek Road, just a little bit west of Beltline Road. And we already at 65% occupied on that property, so it's leasing up quickly. In that complex, we have 12 apartments that we set aside to give free housing to transplant families.
Yes.
And we also are going to, by the time the complex is finished, we'll be giving 3 apartments to 3 Grand Prairie police officers. And so we do that. But nobody gets anything done by themselves these days. And of course, I consider myself to be the most blessed person on the planet. I know you do the same.
Yes.
But I think I beat you to it, And without Becky devoting her every being to this cause, which she has since she got out of
Before I got out of college.
Out of college.
Yes.
It was the year after we met.
Yeah.
And Rodney said, "I'm going to start this foundation. Come work for me." And that's what I've done through college, after college, and
then without all the help from the city. I mean, I grew up in Grand Prairie my entire life, so got 62 years invested in this town, and I know I don't look that way, but
right.
And
62.
But you and all the other city officials and all the staff at the city and everybody has helped us through our cause, and so life is one big circle, and I personally feel that I need to earn every single day what I've been given.
And that's a good way for us to wrap up this program. That is such a blessing. We appreciate you both for being here today. We appreciate you and your family, and we thank the good Lord that we're still here alive and doing good things for our city.
Well, thank you very much for having us.
Yes, God bless you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
In need of repairs for your home but falling short on cash? Have no fear, the City of Grand Prairie is here. Introducing the new Building Blocks Neighborhood Rebate Program. Select Grand Prairie residents may qualify for a rebate of up to $5,000 on home improvements. Enhancements from fence installment and tree trimming to exterior painting and landscaping are available. See if you meet the requirements by going to gptx.org/buildingblocks. It's all part of an initiative to keep Grand Prairie beautiful.
Welcome back, and welcome to our next beautiful guest. It's the president of the Grand Prairie Chamber of Commerce, Michelle Madden.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so glad to see you.
Same here.
We've been missing you. We haven't had you in a couple of months, so it's great to have you back.
Thank you very much.
And we know that you always like to start off by acknowledging somebody very special for the Chamber. Tell us.
That's right. Our sustaining members. So we have sustaining members that pay $2,500 or more over their regular membership investment. And those members who should be scrolling on your screen are the ones that sustain us through times when we don't have events going on, so that we can continue to bring the great programs and make those connections for those businesses that are such fantastic, loyal members of ours.
Yes, very important to the Chamber and to our city.
They are.
So that's wonderful. And I know you have something fun coming up for our viewers. Tell us.
We do. We have two big events coming. August 29th, we have our multicultural event out at the Air Hog Stadium. Again, that's on the 29th, and you can come out and visit all of our vendors and then stay for the game. It's free.
Oh, that is great. That's great. And then one of the biggest events for the Chamber's coming up also.
Yes, in September, on the 26th of September, Thursday, from 4 to 8 p.m., we have our Taste of Grand Prairie. And we are now at a different location at Traders Village still, but we're under the big blue patio in the back. It's about 3 times as big as the red patio. So we are super excited about that.
That is exciting. Now this, if people have never been to the Taste of Grand Prairie, what can they expect?
They can expect getting free samples of food. There's also going to be food to purchase. There are crafters, there's retail, there are businesses that are all coming out to feature their businesses. And they're mostly Grand Prairie businesses and close surroundings. So there should be some entertainment. We may have a bounce house, the trackless train for the kids. And we have a big door prize from one of our local members. So we look forward to having a great time, and it's rain or shine.
Yes, because we have the pavilion, right?
That's right.
And is there a charge for this?
Adults are $10. Seniors and students, kindergarten through 12, are $5. There's also going to be a coupon in our Val Pack. And you can buy tickets either online on our website, at the door, or you can come by the Chamber and purchase tickets as well.
Lots of options
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
And for $10 or even $5, if you happen to be as old as I am, you can come in and you can have dinner.
That's right.
I love it, because who are some of the people that are going to be there with their little samples?
Well, I know Mama Moore's popcorn is going to be there, and if you haven't tried that, you're missing out. Trying to think. Usually Chick-fil-A's out there, and they are the sponsor of our door prize. And one thing that we're bringing back this year is the passport. So in order to assure that all of the members who are bringing their wares and their food out there get visited, we're doing a passport where each person that comes in gets the passport. They'll have their they'll get marked off as they visit our vendors, and then they'll submit that for a chance to win the $250 grand prize. So it's very exciting.
Yes, and do you happen to know what the grand prize is?
It is a $250 gift card to Chick-fil-A.
And everyone loves Chick-fil-A. Almost
Yes.
everyone that
think
I
so.
know.
And there's
Yes.
something for everyone at Chick-fil-A. So.
Yes, but there will be different restaurants or companies that will be giving away samples of food
That's
and
right.
drinks as well.
That's right. That's right. And a couple of the vendors at Traders Village will have their businesses open that are right adjacent. So we are so grateful for our partnership with Traders Village as well. They are so accommodating, and we always hope that we raise awareness of that location in general too, because they have a fantastic thing going on every weekend.
Oh, they do. They are such a good partner for the Grand Prairie Chamber and for Grand Prairie in general.
I agree.
So, remind us exactly where we can, when we come in, actually to Traders Village, we go to the right. Is that correct?
That's correct. You enter Traders Village off of Mayfield, and when you get to a point of stop, you just hang a right a little bit, and there'll be directional signs. You go all the way to the back, and we'll have food trucks and vendors and lots of fun on hand.
Yes, and remind us the time again and the
It's
dates.
from 4 to 8 on Thursday, September 26th, and the 4 to 5 o'clock hour is our senior hour. So no getting bumped into unless we have a bunch of seniors there. But that's a great time for them to come on out, and we hope that some of our senior communities too will just bring their members out. And then from 6 to 8, the general public.
So, on that specific date, remind me,
Thursday, September 26th.
26th, come out and have the taste of Grand Prairie with the Grand Prairie Chamber and see lots of friends and meet new people.
That's right.
It will be so much fun, and it always is. And we're excited about it. And thank you so much for being here to give us this update.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
Go Grand. Get up, get out, get going. Grand Prairie. Get up, get out, go Grand. Get up, get out, get going. Grand Prairie. Get up, get out, go Grand. Hey fam, what's the plan? Let's get out and go Grand. Oh my, in a quick little drive, we could be having the time of our lives. Say Lone Star Park. Lone Star Park. Everybody believe it or not. Believe it or not. Play ball. Get up, get out, get going. Grand Prairie. Get up, get out, go Grand.
Welcome back, and welcome to our next guest. It's great to see you all from the Grand Prairie Arts Council.
Good to see you.
Great to have you, Matt and Debbie. And we know that you have completed summer almost now at the Arts Council. What happened then, and where are we going?
Yes, we had 3 weeks of camp for kids. We've had over 100 kids. 1 week of art camp and 2 weeks of theater camp, ending with the Lion King Jr., which was amazing. Thanks for asking.
Yes, that's so wonderful. What great opportunities for the kids and for the parents as well.
Right.
Now, give us some more exciting news of what's coming to Grand Prairie.
Well, North Texas Day of Giving is definitely a big one for us.
I'll say that we get a lot of money support from the city of Grand Prairie, but we also have to do our own fundraising. So we're
Yes.
doing North Texas Giving Day for our 3rd year, and our goals are big. So check us out on Facebook and social media and our Twitter account. And starting on the 9th of September, you can schedule your giving, and it ends on midnight the 19th of September.
And that's an easy way to donate, isn't
Yes,
it?
any amount.
Of course, they can donate anytime to the Grand Prairie Arts Council by contacting you all as well, right?
Yes.
At archgp.org. That's correct.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Now, Matt, tell us what's coming up as far as programming.
The Juried Art Show is coming up, which we're real excited about. We've got over 40 artists and about almost 120 pieces of art that will be displayed at the Uptown Theater. And that opens on September 22nd. And we'll actually do awards on the 22nd and a reception, and it's open for a month. So it's open till October 19th for viewing of those 120 pieces.
Yes, and I always like to remind everybody that you all give cash prizes, don't you, for
We
the
do.
winners?
We do up to $3,000 in cash awards for
Wow.
first, second, and third, and best of show.
And
Yes.
you always have outstanding work there as well.
Oh, we've got a lot of artists from all over, not just Grand Prairie, but all over the area. Up as far as Denton, definitely have been coming down, in Mansfield, down south. So we have a lot of people that are very interested in our show.
And Matt, they're on display. Tell us where they're on display and where could our viewers come to see them?
At the Uptown Theater, in the art gallery, the whole lobby area is set up as an art gallery with 120 pieces.
And is that open weekly?
Yes, it's open during the week. Most of the times it's open Tuesday through Friday, and I would suggest you come between 10 and 3 o'clock. That way someone is there to open the doors or have them open already.
Yes, and one of the best ways to come see it is when they're coming to see a show, right?
That's correct, which leads us to
Yes,
our
tell
next
us.
show coming up. Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde is actually October 4th. It opens through the 13th. So come out and see that. That's going to be a great show and a great theme too. That, you know, women can do what they want to. In this show, she becomes a lawyer and didn't even realize that she could.
Legally Blonde, and your hair is very matching for that title.
Well, thank you.
There you go. Very,
you.
very nice.
And opening night, Georgia, did you know we're actually doing a VIP dinner? So we're doing dinner and theater, And Firehouse Gastro Park is actually catering it.
Oh, Jason and Carly.
That's correct, yes.
How wonderful. I know that's going to be good.
Yes, definitely. If you go online and look it up, the meals are just mouth-watering when you read them.
Oh, we already have the menu?
We do.
Oh, that's
do.
worth looking up.
So it's a beef, a chicken, or a vegetarian plate that you can actually order as the entree.
Yes, and how do I get tickets?
At archgp.org, you can just go on there and order the VIP dinner and theater. And if you're already a seasoned member for tickets, you actually will upgrade you to the VIP section, which is rows A and B.
Oh.
Or you can order those also when you're ordering your dinner.
Oh, I want to upgrade.
There you go. We'll do that for you, Georgia.
That sounds so exciting.
Yes.
Legally Blonde. That sounds fun, too.
Yes, definitely.
So, do we have anything else coming up?
Peter Pan. And why don't you talk about Peter Pan, Debbie?
Well, Peter Pan is going to be our holiday production this year, and we are actually contracting with a company that will come out and set up rigging for flying 4 or 5 of our characters. So we are so excited about bringing that magic to the Uptown Theater, because how can you do Peter Pan without somebody flying?
Yes, and I bet that will be a first for the Uptown Theater.
It will be, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
We'll have
exciting.
to document that. And Peter Pan, who will be directing that?
That will be directed by
Dr. Denise Rodriguez.
I thought somebody else was helping her. That's why I stuttered.
No.
Okay.
That's all right.
Dr.
I was
Denise
just
Rodriguez.
curious. And then Legally Blonde, do we have a director for that as
Yes,
well?
Lon Barrera. He directs all over the DFW area. Very good, and his shows are amazing and very well attended too.
Now, what if I want to audition for Legally Blonde? Is it too late?
It's already too late
Oh,
for Legally Blonde.
shoot.
Yes, yes. Coming up in September, you can audition for Peter Pan.
I see.
There you
I see. Well, that's
You'd make a great
exciting.
Wendy.
Oh, there you go. Well, this has been so much fun. Recap what we've talked about. We talked about Day of Giving. Tell us the date of that.
The North Texas Giving Day is officially September 19th, but you can schedule your giving as early as September 9th, and we have information on our website as well as our Facebook page.
Okay. And next in line will be,
Juried Art Show, opening September 22nd through October 19th.
and come and see all that beautiful art.
Oh, yes.
Then we have
Legally Blonde,
Legally Blonde.
which will open October 4th with our special catered dinner with the Gastro
Yes.
Gastro Park.
Yes,
Mhm.
Park.
and the
Peter Pan.
And then Peter
Yeah,
Pan
we'll
at
end the season
Christmas
with Peter
time.
Pan.
That's
Yes,
correct.
and what an exciting lineup you have for us. And we appreciate all that you all do. I know that you both have taken on a new responsibility with the Arts Council, and I believe Matt is the CFO. No,
I'm the C-
COO.
yeah, he's the
Okay, I got
COO.
it just opposite. Okay, well, we appreciate all that you're doing, not only for the arts, but for the city, and how meaningful that is to all of us, improving our quality of life in Grand Prairie,
Thank you, Georgia.
living life grand.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining us today. I'm Georgia Clemson reminding you that it's happening in Grand Prairie.